I'm Caleb Brooks with the AHSAA Radio Network. I'm at Winfield City High School, joined by Joseph Estes, the quarterback here for Winfield, senior, and a big night for you guys. Senior night, and then a region game against Hale County. I had to move it and put it on this Thursday because of the weather and everything. But you guys have put yourselves in the position that everybody wants to be in. You're going to host a first-round playoff game, and you finished top 2 in the region, and you're playing good football. I mean, you're sitting here at 6-3 right now. You're looking to get to 7-3 tonight, which is a great season for anybody. But I just kind of want to get your thoughts on this team and on this season, and really where you feel like this team has grown. Because I remember early in the year, you guys were struggling a little bit, but you guys have really gotten to where you're playing really good football now.
Yeah, like you're saying, we got a long way to go, but we've come a long way as well, and we just worked really hard. Our coaches have done a good job at preparing us, giving us the right game plan, and practicing Monday through Thursday. And then after the game, breaking down film on Sunday, learning from our mistakes and cleaning up those mistakes has really helped us and preparing for every single game. And, we've got some people that have never played a position they're playing. Like me, I've never played quarterback, so I had to really go through this and learn all of this in 1 year. And it's been difficult, but, I think I've got the hang of it now, and I think all of us do, in fact. So I think we're going to be okay.
What were some of the challenges that you faced, going into a new position, first time playing quarterback, and obviously there's a lot that goes into playing that position?
Pretty much the hardest thing was memorizing and remembering the entire playbook, and then going through the fundamentals, because it's a very fundamental and technical position, so you have to really get everything down pat. And I think that was one of the hardest things, but just becoming a leader. Last year I wasn't really the most outspoken player, but this year I had to really step up vocally, and I had to express myself and become a leader more on this team.
How do you feel like you've done in that aspect of kind of stepping up and being a leader?
I think I've done pretty well in becoming a leader. I've had some of the players tell me they lean on me, and I know they lean on me. The coaches have told me that they lean on me, and that I'm the man for the job, and if they didn't think I could do it, then I wouldn't be in there. So I think I've done a pretty good job at leading this team, and I'm going to continue to do my job on leading us to get us where we need to be in the playoffs and to not. So.
And to have your teammates come up and tell you that, and have your coaches tell you that, that's got to do a lot for your confidence as well. It's
really an ego booster, because if I have a bad game, I'll really be down on myself, because everybody's looking at me. Mm-hmm. Like if we lose, or everybody's going to be looking at me and talking to me. So to have my teammates and my coaches, express their feelings for how they feel about me, it's really big. It really boosts my confidence and makes me feel good about my play.
Now, obviously, there's a lot of pressure at the quarterback position, and having not played it early in the year, could you really feel that pressure? And then when in this season do you feel like that's kind of started to come off of you, and that you've started to get more comfortable with playing that position? Yeah,
I definitely felt a lot of pressure towards the beginning of the season, because, it's a whole lot different than playing wide receiver my junior year. It's a whole lot different. I started feeling more comfortable around, I'd say, after our third game, because that was the toughest people on our schedule. So, they really got me, those 3 teams really got me prepared for the rest of the season. So after the Gordo game, I felt I was, more confident and more precise with my passes, and I just felt a whole lot more comfortable being back in the backfield. So,
having played receiver a year ago, that kind of had to help a little bit moving, because you had to have already known some of the routes and stuff like that at receiver. And so from that aspect, was that transition of coming over and having to learn everybody's route a little bit easier, because you already knew, really a couple of them at least?
But and playing receiver also helped me, knowing where to put the ball as a quarterback, because when I played receiver, I would want the ball to be in a specific spot, and I knew that as going into being a quarterback, I knew that as a receiver. So I would know exactly where to put the ball, where the receiver would want the ball, and yet it helped me learning the route combinations and stuff like that, and like the check downs and stuff like that. And it really, really helped me playing receiver.
How much do you feel like you've improved throwing the football as the season has gone on?
I feel like I've improved a good bit. Towards the beginning of the season, my technique and my fundamentals weren't really the best, and so I think I've progressed over the year exponentially. So I think I've gotten better a lot over the year.
Where has this team grown the most, do you feel like? Is there a part on the field, or is there just an aspect, within the locker room that you feel like you guys have been able to grow as the season's gone on?
I think our bond specifically is the most important reason why we've grown. And working out in this facility has really helped us. The coaches have pushed us a lot. Coach McKinney has really got us going at practice. And, just being in the locker room and being on the team full of, brothers, like I can really say these people are my family. I've grown up with these people my entire life. That just makes it a whole lot better, being on the field with them on Friday nights. So, I think that brotherhood and, working out and really getting after it at practice is what has really made this team grow and get better over the year.
Yeah, and you bring up this facility. We hadn't had to deal with too much rain this year, but here lately it started to rain a little bit more. But when you have this, when it does rain and when you do have issues and you need to come in here, not everybody has this, especially at y'all's level of football. And so, to have this and to be able to come in here and still practice on days where maybe some other teams aren't, how much of an advantage do you think that gives y'all?
I think it gives us a really big advantage, because still being able to come in and, do everything that we would do out there and here has really helped us. And continuing to go through our walkthroughs if it's raining outside and running over plays and going over just anything we need to go over for the game.
Where do you feel like this team needs to continue to improve at in order to go on a run like you guys, want to go on?
I think we need some more leaders to step up. We need some more leadership on this team, and I'm going to try my best to get that going. We need some more leaders, and we need to just continue working hard like we've been doing and having good practices and stuff, and breaking down film on Sunday and working out hard and just continuing to do everything that we've done to get this team going in the right direction still.
Your running back ran the ball 42 times this past week, and be able to hand him the ball off that many times and be able to count on him and lean on him, for this offense, how important is that going forward, knowing that if you ever do have a game where you have to do that, that you guys can do that?
Oh yeah, I really love having him in the backfield. Running 42 times, that's tough, and he takes a beating. He takes a beating just about every single game, and he really works his butt off. He's one of the most hardworking players I've ever came in encounter with, but all the yards that he's had this year, he deserves it. He really does deserve it. He works his butt off, and our offensive line as well. They work their butts off as well, and it really helps me sleep at night knowing that I got somebody like him in the backfield that if I'm ever in trouble, I can just hand the ball off to him. But having somebody like that to really boost my confidence and the team's confidence as well.
And in this offense, how important is your relationship with your running back and with those guys up front in order to be able to do what you want to do?
Oh, it's very important. Having a good bond with Josh, the running back, and the line. I'm pretty much best friends with him and best friends with the line, so that just makes them want to protect me even more and protect Josh even more as well, because we're all brothers. Everybody on this team is family. So having a strong bond with him, he'll run for me, and I know that he will because he loves me and he's my brother. And so, and I know the O-line is going to block for me and him because of that strong bond that we have. So that makes it really good.
Man, thanks for taking time to join me. Good luck to you guys. Congrats on a great season. Being able to host the first round. Only half the teams that make the playoffs can say that, and you guys are one of them. So, I'm looking forward to it. It's the best time of year for football. It's postseason time. It's time to really amp it up, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys can do and wish you guys nothing but luck, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.